Hello humans, welcome back to my makeup room. My name's Martha and I apologize for not having posted in a while. You might be able to tell by my voice. I have had a really nasty cold. Don't worry, it's not COVID, I've been tested. It's just the cold that will never end. Anywho, today is going to be the introduction to a new project pan. This is going to be my 10 in 2021 rolling project pan, and this is going to focus on the essentials, the base products that I'm going to use most days, and try and get some use them up, hit some pans, have a good time. So I've arranged them all in the order of approximately how I would apply them. So let's start off with a primer. This is the Henriksen Banana Bright Face Primer, and my goal is to use this up. I want to use up a whole bunch of primers this year. As you can see, I've only used a little bit up here. There is 1 ounce in here, 30 mils, and I think there's a tiny bit of air right at the top. But as you'll be able to see, there's still a large portion of product in here. I like this primer. It's hydrating, it's a little bit glowy, it's nice, and I think I'm gonna enjoy using this one up. My foundation is a rollover from last year. This is my Anastasia Beverly Hills Luminous foundation that I have shade adjusted and put in this little airless pump. And I am down to here. This we can ignore. We are starting up here. Now if I was using this every day, I might be able to finish this in 1 to 2 months. Probably closer to 2. But I am alternating this with another foundation, so maybe 3 or 4 months to finish this one up. Now, a long haul product is going to be the Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer in the shade Cloud. Now, this, as you know, is half an ounce of concealer. I tend to fly through concealers, but I don't think I'll be able to do that with this one. As you can see, I've marked it about here. Earlier I had a bit of a window, but it's gone now. This concealer is a little light for my personal preference. I do like it, like for under the eyes, it's a good shade, but I can't really use it all over the face. It washes me out a little bit too much, and that's one of the ways I really get my use out of concealer is using, instead of foundation, just sort of spot concealing where I have a little bit of redness and stuff like that, just on the everyday to work and stuff. And this makes me look a little bit sick when I do that, but I mean, I did do that while I was sick, so maybe I just looked sick. I don't know. So anyways, I'm anticipating this being in here for a very long time, but I do want to use this up because I don't really want to have Too Faced products in my collection. Next is a powder. This is the Hourglass Veil Translucent Setting Powder. Now, I have some lines on here. This was never in a project, but I always kind of intended on putting it in a project. So I'm going to say around November, December, we were up here. And then I thought I was going to film the introduction to this project. And I was down here, and that was a couple weeks ago. And now I'm down here. So I really don't have very much product in here. But I just want to make sure I'm focusing on this one, getting it used up, getting my money's worth, and then moving on to other powders in my collection. I still really like this one, but it's just getting old. It's one of my oldest powders. I think it might be my oldest powder, so it's definitely time to use this one up. Next we have a bronzer. This is the Fenty Inda Sun bronzer in the Sunstalk'r bronzer range. And this is what we look like. I want to hit pan on this. I have a little bit of a dip going, mostly just where I have worn away the embossing. It's not a major dip by any means, but I do really love this bronzer. It's very easy for me to wear, more of a neutral tone, and it's good for the everyday. So I want to try and hit pan on this one. For a highlighter, I'm actually throwing in a highlighter palette. This is the Revolution and Soph highlighter palette. This is what we look like. I recently crunched out that one and put it on a lotion just to see what I would think about putting highlighter in lotion because it was too dark for me. And it's kind of fun. It's kind of fun. I would consider doing that with more of the darker shades like this one. But for this project, we're going to focus on this lightest white shade. Let's see here. Now, you'll be able to see I do start to have a little bit of a wear pattern in there where I've been dipping my brush over the past week or two. And I want to hit pan on this one. Maybe I want to hit pan on multiple shades in this palette. I don't know yet. Definitely time to get some usage on this. My Gerard Cosmetics Slay All Day Setting Spray. This is in the Dreamsicle scent. It smells very nice. It smells like creamsicles. It's lovely. A little bit heavily fragranced. But anyways, I marked up here. I want to try and use this one up. This is the oldest setting spray I have, I think. And I don't love it on my face. It's a touch drying. So I might be focusing more on using this to wet my eyeshadows until spring, summertime, when I'm a little bit more concerned about being more set in my makeup. But I do want to try and use this one up. Another pan I want to hit, this is a Lofty Gold. This is my Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Powder Duo in the shade Medium Brown. Now this is great for me. So I use the light shade all through my brows, and then I mix the light shade with the dark shade just for the sort of mid-range there. Get through the tail because it's very dark right here, and then it really lightens up in my brow. So I mix a little bit of the dark part in here just to help transition, and right in the front I use the lightest shade. And I'm gonna try and hit pan on this. I don't know. I think I might have a little bit of hard pan where I've been putting my brush, but I want to see if I can hit pan. I just want to hit pan on one side. I'm assuming it will be the light side, especially if that's hard pan and I have to scrape it off. But I will take a photo of this one and we will see how we do. Next up we have a lip product. I'm starting early this year on the lip product. This is my Hallberg Fantastix in Goldstone. And this is really lovely. This is like a creamy, sheer, glossy lipstick. I don't have a whole heap ton on here. And this is kind of a My Lips But Better shade. And I'm really happy about it. I have marked a little piece of paper here. I don't know if I'm going to weigh any of these. I might weigh the concealer because it's going to be really hard to see progress on. The concealer, maybe the lipstick. I'll put some weights in my notes and see if I need to use them, but this is where we are starting at. And I want to use this up, get a lip product out of my collection, and one that I like would be helpful too, so that's good. And the 10th and final product is a hair care product. Now I know I have short hair underneath this, but I just have so many hair care products that I really need to sort of hone in on a couple. So I have one in a project that I'm going to keep in my makeup room, and I have one that I'm throwing in this project that I'm going to keep in my bathroom. So whether or not I'm doing my makeup, I will always have a hair care product on hand, and I can work on a couple of them. So this is the Marc Anthony Strictly Curls Curl Envy Curl Cream. I don't think he said curl enough in the title. I'm way up here, so I have a long ways to go. This was essentially brand new when I started working on it a couple weeks ago. So we're in it for the long haul on this one. Maybe by the time we're done, my hair will have grown out. A concept. Anyways, that's the end of this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to. Ring the bell to become a Pavlovian dog, and I will see you next time. Bye.